that's I asked that to lead up to my next question, which was like, so we went through all that. Now we're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like now that you're in high school, that same level of competition was it harder for you? It was more, the game was more faster for you. There was guys bigger, stronger. Like, what was the difference? Like the transitioning from these 7-on-7s. Now you're in high school. I mean, Optimus. Now you're in high school playing ball. Was it a significant difference in the talent or speed or anything? Like what have you?
I'd probably say like more so mentally. Like I feel like physically, my body always been like I always been big. You know, always been strong, fast, all that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was more so mentally, not physically.
Just to chime in on that, like, I think it was a step up as far as when he went from, middle school to high school. Like, even with the high school 7-on-7, like, when he was playing with Northern, like, he still was, because at the time, like he said, I think we said in part one, like, the DB coach, Rose Green, he does a tour where he takes all the DBs from the school on a college tour. Like, these are the older guys, try to get them experience at seeing exposure or whatnot. So with the people that was left there, like, so now when they go play these team 7-on-7s, like, all the senior DBs are on this road trip. So now you a freshman, you out there, you starting against these varsity receivers, like these big time receivers, like
someone committed possibly at that time. So
one of the guys who he ended up playing against down at the 7-on-7, who's playing for right now is Josh Moore. Mm-hmm. So it was like stuff like that, like you stepping into a whole nother stratosphere, you know what I'm saying, versus you covering kids your age or whatever. So it was, it was good, but it was a great challenge. It was a great opportunity for him to, by having those guys being gone, he got so many reps at the corner position that, like, it took his game to another level.
And his confidence, for sure.
Yeah.
And his confidence, because I feel like, man, I'm young. Well, not young, but I'm playing against guys who has a little more experience, being that they seniors and I'm still a freshman, and I'm still like holding my own with these type of guys. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of my size. And like you said, the mental, he was getting that together too. So that's good. So did you play any type of receiver in high school? Or it was all strictly just DB now? The focus is really locked in now on DB.
Past couple years, I ain't play receiver. Like, I mean, in practice sometimes in one-on-ones I go at receiver, or sometimes they'll pull me to receiver, but then like the defensive coaches won't let me go. But now this season, we ain't really having a good season, so now I gotta play both sides.
So, is that due to a lack of receivers that you have to play both sides, or they just trying to throw some stuff on the wall, see what sticks?
More so like injuries. A lot of players been getting banged up this season.
Okay.
And so to expound on that a little more, what you were saying earlier. So when he went to Northern, like, again, for me, he was always going to be a DB. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I paid for him to have individual training since he was 10 years old. So in my mind, the long run, he was always going to be a DB. But it was just that he was also one of the best receivers on the team as well. So, you get to do both. So the thing was, coming into high school, he was going to play receiver also. He actually made Northern's varsity as a receiver his freshman year. So he was supposed to be a receiver that year. And I was okay with it strictly because, like, it was the first place that I had ever seen where the DB line was longer than the receiver line. Most teams you go to, it's 30 receivers, 8 DBs. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was my logic always. Like, you're going to have more opportunities at DB because it's less. You know what I'm saying? You can fight your way to the top easier. But we get to Northern, it's 22 DBs. I'm like, so when he run to the receiver line, like, normally I, like, curse him out on the way home or whatever. Like, I ain't even say nothing. Like, you know what? For this year, I'm going to let you go ahead and rock out. But it just so happened that, you know, the DC wasn't happy with the DB play at the time, and he heard about him playing DB, and he was like, man, I need you to come play DB for me. And it kind of went from there. So during that freshman year, he actually was playing both ways a little bit. So he would get in at receiver and get in at DB as a backup. But then, like, midway through the season, I think me and the staff kind of seen like it was just too much for him at the time, trying to do both. And he was playing a lot at DB. Like, he was playing almost starters minutes. So it was like, listen, we're not going to fog him down with all of this, like trying to do receiver and DB. Let's just let him concentrate on DB the rest of the year, and we'll revisit the both sides the following year. So now we're going into sophomore year. I'll let you, you know, if you want to ask about that, sophomore year.
Just went past freshman. You didn't even speak on it first.
What you want to say about it?
I mean, it ain't nothing like really necessary to say, but I'm like, you ain't touch on nothing. Like,
What stood out in your freshman year then?
Yeah.
For the most part, you know.
My first start, like I got my first start
yeah.
against Columbus. It was a state
That's
championship.
that was the first game?
No, that was like week 7. That was my first start. I played during the season, but like I was a backup. That was my first start.
And that was at receiver?
Corner.
Oh, at corner.
No, I was at safety.
Safety?
Yeah, he started at safety.
So that week of practice, we was practicing. Coach Rosegren came up to me. He was like, I'm gonna start you this game. Cause like Coach Rosegren, he a guy, he go off like energy. So let's say you play kickoff, right? You run down there, you go make a play on kickoff, you go woo somebody. He gonna throw you in. Cause he a guy to go off the energy. So practice whole week, I was going hard. You know, I'm making plays in practice. Da 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 da. So then he like, okay, he gonna start me. So we get out there. The game going smooth. It ain't really like it's more so a defensive game. Offense ain't really doing nothing on neither side. So I think it was this one receiver they had. He were number 4.
Jose Leon.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah.
What was his name?
Jose Leon. Like, super talented route runner. Like, real good.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had him. So that was their guy they let the throw to. So we was watching it on film. They had this one play where he do like a corner post out the slot. So we watched that one play the whole week, and they just kept hitting him on it. And he kept scoring touchdowns off of it. So I want to say it was like second quarter, and it was like coming to the end of the quarter. So I seen the quarterback. I seen him motion over. I seen somebody motion over. So I'm like, oh, here come the play. So I start weaving to that side.
The slot receiver with the post. That play, okay.
So I'm like, here go the play. We watching on film. So I start weaving over towards that side. He ran it, but my nickel, he put hands on him, so he like disrupted the timing. So the quarterback ended up overthrowing it, and I booked it. I ended up running back a little bit, but I ended up getting tackled. I got tripped up.
That was your first interception?
Yeah.
That was the Columbus game?
In the GMAC championship.
Yeah. That was who?
GMAC championship. So that was like a big thing for him to be starting in that game, which I you know, I don't know if you know, but I went to the coaches and told them I disagree with that decision.
About him
starting that week. Just because, you know, like I played sports my whole life, and I know like with teams, there's a lot that goes on with chemistry, and I had just already felt that, you know, with the time that he was playing, like he was okay with, you know what I'm saying, he was doing well, and I just thought that I didn't want to kill the seniors' confidence, who he was replacing, because, you know, he was a guy, he was committed to a D1 program as well, real good player, and I had just seen that we had 2 big-time corners transfer in. So he probably would have started at corner that freshman year at Northern if those 2 guys don't come in the summer. But when they came, I saw that the guys who were already there that were playing really, really well, like their confidence took a hit because they just kind of got passed up right away. Like as soon as those guys come in with their resume, like they walk in the door as starters. You know, there's no competition, there's nothing. And I saw like kids who were like playing like what I thought was elite football at the time. I'm like, I see like their confidence. You could just see it. And so the team's undefeated at this point, and I'm just thinking, not in just terms of like being selfish for my child, because I just know like he's playing minutes anyway. Like he's getting probably 20 minutes a game, maybe more. So he's playing, but I just think the starting, you know, it just that does something to a player. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure it was great for him and his confidence, but I'm sure it also was bad for the other guy and his confidence. Yeah. And I thought that, you know, I knew we was gonna need him to do what we was trying to do at that year
as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you said you had kind of stepped to the coaches and said you disagreed. You kind of disagreed. With that.
So when
this is after the interception. This is after.
No. This was before. As soon as they told me. Oh. And so my homeboy Germ, his son was on the team that year too, Big Mac. So I was talking with Germ about it, and I was talking to the coaches about it, and Germ had actually coached the kid, and Germ was like, "Nah, I can't. Fuck that. Like, ain't no way a player coming off the park should be able to take your job." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so the coaches was just like, "Man, listen, like, we see what Tre doing every day. Like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep him off the field no more." So I was like, all right, well, you know, y'all coaching, y'all know better than me. And I just kind of left it alone after that. Like, I ain't make no big deal about it. It was just like, I just was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but nothing to do with him and his ability. I just thought from a chemistry standpoint that we might have lost that kid for the year. But, you know, I was wrong because the kid rebounded and he actually played some real good football after that.
And that was a senior?
Yeah.
So now he's gone, and this is Tre coming into his sophomore year after that. Now you automatic, because he was starting then, right?
Yeah.
But that was that still at safety?
So just to tie freshman year up, he started like 6 games his freshman year. The only thing that I kind of didn't like, which I also spoke with the coaches about, like, listen, if you're going to start him in the GMAC championship and you're going to start him in the game that we played to go to state, which was against Bowles, but then the game against Central, which was like the 3rd round, like that was like the big game to, you know, there was still going to be another game before state, but everybody knew like that game was like the game that you had to win, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't like the fact that the game against Central, y'all didn't trust him enough to start. And then in the state championship game, he only played special teams. So I'm like, well, if he been starting these last 3 to 4 weeks and been playing well, like, you know what I'm saying? But I spoke with the coach and he was like, listen, like, man, for the money, like, I'm going with the seniors. The guy. And I respected that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because you already was trying to kind of vouch for the guy in the first place. Like, we gonna need him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when the time came.
And they did it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it was just, you know, whatever. But that freshman year, they went 14-1, lost in the state championship, so state runner-up. I think he started 6 games, you know, got an interception, really played well, got about, 6 offers that year.
This is after the FAU.
Wait, I'm saying, we counting like when the coaches come in, like January and all that?
Or we talking I'm just talking about during the season.
During the season? I think I have 4.
4, okay.